everyone. So I know that a lot of you are home and perhaps trying some new recipes that you've never made before. So tonight I wanted to share with you a real quick and easy cheese sauce so that you can make some homemade mac and cheese. So first I'm going to start with just a couple tablespoons of butter or margarine in my fry pan. I'm going to have that melt down a little. And what I'm going to do at that point is I've already separated out some cheese and some breadcrumbs, and I'm going to add a little bit of the melted butter in with the breadcrumbs so that I can sprinkle them on top after our pasta is made and our cheese sauce is mixed in, and then we can go ahead and make a nice crusty top. So once we have this melted down, we're just going to add a little bit of flour, and then that way we've got a roux started. That will be the base of our cheese sauce. Now I've already gone ahead and grated some cheese just for time's sake. And so the cheese, I've done about 2 cups of cheddar. You can use whatever cheese you'd like. I prefer something with a little extra flavor, so tonight I'm using medium. Sometimes I'll use old though, because I find that that gives a nice flavor for the cheese sauce. So now that this has started melting down, I'm just going to take a little bit of it, as I had mentioned, and I'm just going to put it aside in my breadcrumbs. So I'm going to take just about a tablespoon. Doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Just a little there, and mix that all together. And what we're going to do is we're also going to add about half a cup of cheddar to that. Going to mix that together, and that's going to be the topper for our pasta. So I'm just going to put that aside for the moment. Now I've already gone ahead and I've measured out about 2 tablespoons of flour. So I'm just going to sprinkle that in. And what we want to do now is we just want to mix that together, and we want to bring that to a little bit of a boil. Now it's not going to take too long because there's actually not a whole lot of liquid in here. So once that starts, and as you can see it's already starting to boil, we don't want it to boil too much because then we're going to burn it, and trust me, you do not want burnt butter or milk in your recipes. So ahead of time, I've gone ahead and I've measured out 2 cups of cooking cream. Now you can use whatever you'd like. You can use milk or cooking cream. I generally use milk, but running a little short on milk these days, so I had some cooking cream in the fridge, so I thought, heck, why not? So I'm just going to gradually whisk this in. You don't want to put it all in at once. And then once we have it all mixed together here, we're going to go ahead and just let that simmer for about 2 minutes. And then once it's done simmering, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add in our cheese. And because we've already got it all grated, it's going to melt quite quickly in this mixture. And then by the time that's done, our pasta should be boiled. We can transfer it into an oven-safe dish and then mix that all together. And once it's all mixed together and we put it in the oven-safe dish, we can sprinkle that breadcrumb mixture that we had done earlier on top. And then once you do that, you can bake it in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now it's already going to be heated through, so you don't have to worry about that. The oven portion is really just to get it nice and crispy, that nice crunch on top with the breadcrumbs and the little bit of cheddar mixture. So you want to constantly whisk this because, like I said earlier, you don't want it to burn. If you burn it, your recipe is not going to taste good. So just a couple minutes here on a simmer. So Just gonna turn that down a wee bit. Gonna simmer that for about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna go and grab the cheddar and we're gonna mix that in. In the meantime, I'm just gonna give my pasta a little bit of a stir here. That's almost ready to go as well. I can go and grab myself an oven-safe dish. My oven's already preheated, so that's good to go. So there we go. We've got a nice bubble going on the cooking cream here. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start mixing in the cheddar. Again, we like to do things gradually here. So we're just gonna mix that in. Because it's so hot, it is going to pretty much start melting instantly. Now I've used 2 cups cream to 2 cups cheddar. In my world, there's no such thing as too much cheese. So if you wanted to add some more, you could go right ahead. You could put in a little bit of Parmesan here if you wanted to as well. I prefer just to do the straight cheddar, but that is just personal preference. If you wanted to get creative and mix in a different type of cheese, you could go ahead and do that as well. It's a cheese sauce, not necessarily a cheddar cheese sauce, so get creative. Go ahead and mix in whatever you like. So in just a few minutes, you can see here, we've gone ahead and made a fresh, homemade cheese sauce. We knew all the ingredients that went into it, so we know what's going to be going into our bodies later. The pasta is almost ready to go. So I'm going to leave you with this. Cheese sauce, pasta all boiled. It's going to go into an oven-safe dish, and then we'll be having dinner in about 20 minutes. Enjoy, everyone. Let me know how yours turns out.